Braidless Microlinks explain how they can unlock your hair goals for 2025. Brought to you by the Shantastic Hairline. Hi, I'm Shan, your healthy hair and braidless microlink practitioner with 12 years of experience serving clients with braidless microlink installs. The braidless microlink install is the linking method that requires no braids, no glue, and typically has less tension on the scalp. When it comes to the braidless microlink install, the ideal client is a person with at least 3 inches of or more of hair. They can be relaxed or natural. A person who is looking to take better care of their own hair, who want more versatility and they want their scalp to breathe, and they just want to try something new. So this type of client that you're seeing here is two different clients, one who had a short variation of braidless and one who had long, both having around 3 to 4 inches of hair in length, and I was still able to service them. So this is just giving you an example of what kind of clients can be served, but of course it's going to depend on the person you choose when it comes to providing your braidless microlink install. One of the main questions I get about the Braidless Microlink install is people want to know, can I work out? Here at the Shantastic Hair Life, we never want you to compromise the health of your body over your hair. So this method is great for working out, especially since you can access the scalp better for a more thorough shampoo experience, and you can also switch up your hair for your different needs in life. One thing people love to know is, of course, how long does this method last? It is a premium service, so people want to know, am I going to get my money's worth? So the time frame in which the MOB Braidless Microlink install actually lasts is going to vary depending on the technique you are wearing, your lifestyle habits, hair growth rate, and the hair texture. Typically, the install duration is up to from anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks before retightening maintenance service will be required. And if you skip the retightening maintenance altogether, a removal will be necessary around 8 to 10 weeks. So with the retightening maintenance, you are actually able to wear the install a longer duration of time. And this will allow you to get about 4 to 5 months wear because you can do here at the Shantastic Hair Life, we actually allow clients to do two retightenings before we actually remove the install altogether. When it comes to styling the braidless microlink install here at the Shantastic Hair Life, the styling options are going to vary and you can try almost anything. So you can go from wearing protective style looks to wearing your hair just curls, rocking half up, half down, ponytails, buns, and much more. But the styling options is going to vary depending on what we're presented with as far as where we start with your natural hair. So if your hair is more on the low density side, you may not get as many styling options as someone who has hair that is medium to high density. So the styling options and it also depends on if you have any thinning or balding because I service clients with those types of issues as well. So it just depends on what you're coming in with your natural hair based off what options you're going to get. But if you're a person who have anywhere from medium to high density, you definitely are going to get the most out of your braidlets because you'll be able to enjoy those different types of hairstyles that you can rock and just have fun looks with. Okay, so when it comes to wanting to know if the braidless install is a protective style, I actually like to toss the word protective out of the window because when most people are thinking about protective styles, they're typically thinking about a style where they don't have to do anything to their natural hair or scalp for long periods of time. And when I say long periods, I mean past 14 days at a time. So wearing things like braids or sew-ins, wigs, and things of that nature is what people consider protective styles. But from the Shantastic Hair Life, protective styles are things that actually help you. We're teaching people how to properly care for their hair, whether they're up in braids or not in braids or quote unquote protective styles, teaching people how to care for their hair. Their scalp is going to be where the protection occurs. The protection happens at the shampoo bowl. The protection happens when you eat right. So a protective style, just throwing your hair up and not doing anything to it, is not necessarily what a hair professional that's concerned about your hair health and your scalp health is going to want you to do. So this technique is not a protective style, but an enhancement or an addition to your hair. So it's a way to help clients enhance their look by adding fullness, length, and or color while they learn to care for their hair, for their own hair. But you can do protective styling options um, created while you are wearing the technique. So basically, protective styling options, what I like to think of it as, is more so to do with styles that are lower manipulation styles. But I don't want you to think of a protective style like, oh, you don't have to shampoo your hair because you have this style or that style and you're leaving your hair unshampooed and treated for extended periods of time. Okay. When it comes to shampooing the Braidless Microlink Install, people often want to know if they should come in for how often should they come in for the shampoo and can they possibly shampoo at home. Like the shampoo needs are going to vary from client to client and it's going to depend on if they have an active lifestyle, they deal with dry flakes or dry scalp. And it's typically, I prefer to see clients about every 2 weeks, or the client should definitely visit the salon within 30 days of the install so that I can monitor what has been happening for them with their install. So if with the install monitoring and coming in for the shampoo, it allows me the opportunity to see how well you have or have not been taking care of your hair, and we can address those concerns at the salon. And it also allows me to get an idea of when your retightening maintenance may be necessary and if you how fast your hair is growing and so many other things that can help me understand about your hair, especially for those clients who I'm just getting to know and getting to know their hair. But yes, you can shampoo your hair at home. If every 2 week visits to the salon is not ideal for you, because I do understand that I have several clients that come into me that are not as close to me as some clients may be, and that this may be a little bit difficult for them to come into the salon once every 2 weeks. So I will teach you the proper way um, to shampoo at home. But what I would definitely still expect you back in the salon within 30 days of the install to monitor your install. Boom, boom, boom. Now to the big question, will my hair shed? Yes, your hair is going to shed while you're wearing these hair extensions. Your hair is shedding every day, whether you're wearing extensions or not. So it doesn't matter what type of hair extensions you are not wearing, your hair is going to shed. It is normal for the hair to shed about 100 strands of hair per day. So if you wear your install for about 8 weeks, which equals to around 56 days, means your hair could shed anywhere up to 56 strands, 5,600 strands during that time. So shedding is a normal process that our body goes through, whether it's your hair, skin, or nails, your is going to shed. So yes, your hair is going to shed while you are wearing the install. And actually, when you are wearing the install during the retightening visits, we are opening the beads up and closing them back. But during that opening process, we are also releasing some of those shedded strands of hair that have also shedded during that time frame, and we're going to release those out. So you will see the removal of the shedded hair during that time. And also, again, once you remove the install as a whole. Boom, boom, boom. We are now to the big question, is the method safe? So this method is safe on the hair as long as the client adheres to the wear guidelines and maintenance as outlined for their personal hair needs. And your hair will continue to shed while wearing the extensions because hair shedding is normal. Now, of course, there are always scenarios where you can create this method and make it unsafe. But again, that's going to have to do a lot of times with what's happening in between the salon visits, as far as you as the consumer who or the client who's wearing the install. You want to make sure that you're properly handling the hair at home, properly handling your extensions, taking the proper, if you are shampooing it, making sure you're following the guidelines on shampoo. I give my clients the specifics on how to do those things because, again, we're partners in this and I want to help continue to create methods that is safe and help keep it as safe as possible for the clients. But as it has to do with any hair extensions or whether you're wearing hair extensions or not, we can pose damage to our hair, and that's just facts, right? So, but there are things that we can do to help lessen the damage to our hair, possibly, and make it more safe. So that's something that we definitely want to do and be mindful of. And that's what I typically would teach my clients. Well, not typically, I actually teach my clients on how to do that. And I just need them to follow the guidelines so that we can keep their hair safe. But let's move on. So now we're to the good stuff on how the Braidless Microlink install can help you unlock your 2025 hair goals. So I wanted to bring to you guys some visuals of clients and documents of their journey before and after they have been provided their service with me. So the first client, well, you can see the one that starts in March 2021 all the way through January 2022. This client in particular, I remember that she came in, how her hair looked and everything, but she was during her journey with me. She actually was very consistent with coming in for those shampoo visits once every 2 weeks. And she did her retightening maintenance service on time. And during her time with me, I believe we did, within that time frame, I believe we did a new install at least two, maybe three times during that time period. And she, as you can see, her hair actually went from how it started and how it's growing. The next client were July 2022 to June 2023. She started out her hair journey with me. She actually was my model, and we started in July, gave her the install, and then she had the install done. She would maintain it at home, and I actually taught her what to do, and she would come in for her retightening sessions, and then we reinstalled her hair, I believe, twice during that time period. And she had all her retightening sessions, did all the maintenance at home and with following my guidelines and look at her results. They are definitely really beautiful and wonderful. And she was actually really surprised, honestly. She was like, Shan, I didn't even think my hair could grow. People would tell me microlinks would take your hair out, this, that, and the third. Again, as I spoke earlier when I said is it safe or not, um, it's all about care. It's all about maintenance. It's all about how do you handle it. And that's why it's so important for me to teach my clients those things. Now, will they get it right every time? No, they don't. But long as I know I did my job to make sure that you know how to properly care for something that you're getting done in your head, then I know I've done my job, but a lot of times my clients get it. It's not as hard as you think. And I try to keep things simple, but I also, again, those monitoring visits are important. That way, if I see any premature slippage, things like that, I can go ahead and address those and take care of those to help keep your hair safe as possible. We are partners in this, and I just want to make sure that my clients here at the Shantastic Hair Life is where I like for healthy hair and extensions to coexist. So that is what I do. Here are some other clients that I've had the pleasure of working with that had a little more extreme cases than the ones you saw before. But I like to bring these up because everybody hair scenario is not as great as the other people, and they are different scenarios and what they need. I just love to see a real hair transformation. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. So this client who started with me back in March of 2024, her hair, this is just a picture, a visual of the nape of her hair. And like it was very, her hair is already naturally fine and the density is not, she have more of a low density hair, a lower density hair. And her hair really was not in a good place in the back. And so just to see the results that we've gotten from March to July was like very, very, very encouraging and just amazing to see, right? My next client over here, oh yeah, and back to that client, she actually came into her salon visits once every 2 weeks. She also did her retightenings on time, which is also very vital and important to helping you unlock those hair goals. My next client started with me January 2024. And these are her results. You see that her hair on this side, like it really wasn't a whole lot of hair that was there. But look at how much hair growth that came in. Yes, it's still very low density. It's not as full, but the fact that we got hair to grow in that area is such an amazing thing. She's also a client that's committed to coming into the salon visits for her salon visits once every 2 weeks. She actually comes in for her retightenings on schedule. and she's always on top of her hair. And so from January to November, these are the results that we have gotten for her. Because she's also a client, I believe when she first started with me, she shared that she would wear the wigs and everything, especially because her hair, I believe is naturally low density or thinner with, and also fine. So of course people are looking for fullness, but then also, with the fullness and wearing the wigs and things like that, it just created some balding on her. And that just, of course, was something she wanted to help enhance her look with the braidless instead and get rid of the wigs. And then here we are, yet not only doing getting a nice install to help with her hair, to get the fullness, but we also unlock some hair goals, or we also unlock some better hair care. So that is definitely amazing to me. And I hope you guys have enjoyed that and know that you can. This is how I wanted to bring to you guys how the braidless microlink install, like, let you know guys know what it is, and also let you know how it can help you potentially reach your hair goals. But of course, this is all here at the Shantastic Hairline. If you're going elsewhere, we can't make any promises. Of course, we can't make any promises at all, but I can definitely help you to try to reach your hair goals, and we're definitely going to track those goals and track your results and see where you are and see where we can get you. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening. And I hope you will just hit the subscribe button and follow us here on YouTube and any of our social media platforms, all at Shantastic Hair.